Alright, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Alex, and today is Wednesday. Now, this is going to be original content, okay? You understand, men? You understand, ladies? This is original YouTube content. Before I start the video presentation, let me explain what's the difference between all original YouTube content and videos that are made for a specific audience. Videos that get made for a specific audience, whether it's a male audience or a female audience, they have a tendency to be what they call limited time only, meaning you make them and then when nobody watches them, you stop making that content. Original content is stuff that I was talking about for the past almost 5 years and people have been watching constantly. Original content is me talking about television and film, comic books, video games, anime, filmmaking, being a YouTube content creator, sports, music, poetry, art. That's original content. That's the stuff that I was talking about for almost 5 years. And I'm not finished with my music series, so this is the next one in my music series. And this is something I'm going to put on both YouTube channels. I'm going to put this on my other channel, and then I'm going to put it on the premiere channel. Now, when you see the title in the video and it says for women and for men, then it's okay for you to watch the YouTube video. But when women ask for a request, then I have to honor that request. If a man said, I have a video request, and I make that video for that person who likes that video. People who watch my YouTube channel, they want to see different things. They don't want me talking about the same thing for 3 to 6 months because it gets boring really fast, real quick. And then I go from getting people that subscribe to my channel to people that unsubscribe. I get people who view my channel to people who don't view my channel. And it's because if I go 3 to 6 months talking about the same thing over and over and over again, it's going to turn off the male audience and the female audience. And then my producer will be looking at me like, you can't stay on one subject or topic for no more than a month, because if you go 3 to 6 months talking about it, it gets boring. You know, men and women start to go, I don't know, I don't want to watch it no more because it ain't fun. So sometimes it's not always good to keep giving somebody the same thing over and over and over again and expect the same results. That's basically the reason of insanity. You know, you do the same thing expecting new results and then they don't work. So this is going to be an original content video. So when it says women and for men, that means both of y'all can watch the video. But whenever a man say, yo, I want you to make a video request, then that video gets made for that man. That's how that works. If a woman says, I have a video request, then I honor that request. Now, when I make videos that's for both, it's to have a fair balance. So no fighting in the comment section, no profanity language, no intimidation, and no bullying, period. I will not tolerate no intimidation. I will tolerate no bullying. So when y'all watch this YouTube video, I expect men to show the women some respect. I expect women to show men some respect, because I have moderators. I've spoken to them this morning, and they'll be watching the YouTube videos to tell me if anyone does anything rude or disrespectful. And the first site that I see that there's miscommunication, then they ain't gonna be too good. All right, I don't want to do all that rambling because that also gets boring. Back to original content. Now, this video right here, some of y'all might not like this video, but it is original content. It's a part of the series. I always try something new, something creative, something outside the box. This may not be your cup of tea. If you do not watch this video, I completely understand. I will have absolutely nothing to be upset about. I hold nothing against you. A lot of people do not like when I talk about anime, and then there's some people who like when I talk about anime. There's some people who do not like it when I talk about comic books and video games, and then there's some people who do. There's some people who like when I talk about television and film, and there's some people who don't want me to talk about nothing, period. So it's completely 100% understandable. I don't expect all of you to like the video. I don't expect all of you to watch the video. The title of the YouTube video is called Sex Game, the best Dragon Ball Z Super theme songs and anime. And yes, this video is for women and for men. Women, you're welcome to watch the video. Men, you're welcome to watch the video. This is for both. Original content. All right. Coming in at number 11 is the Ginyu Force. Now, as a huge anime fan of Dragon Ball Z, you know, the music composer Bruce Valker was very good at how he was able to break down the theme songs for the characters. Like when you watch movies or television shows, the heroes has to have a song that lets you know the hero's coming to save the day. You know, he's going to save the girl. He's going to kick ass and take names, beat up the bad guy, save the day, and everyone's going to know he's the hero. Then you have to have a song that lets you know your villain is the bad guy. He's not good for you. You're to stay out of his way. And when he took the piano and did Captain Ginyu or the Ginyu Force's theme song, it wasn't just one bad guy Gohan, Krillin had to fight. You had to fight 5. And you was like, oh man. Like, you could just imagine if you played basketball or football in high school and college and somebody come out to that theme song and they get all pumped up ready for a football game, that's the type of song you would probably go with. Like, I can't do the Ginyu Force theme song that very well, but I've done it for my other videos, try to memorize songs that's been like 14 years ago. You know, because you got the beat with the instrumental and the way he does the piano to let you know it's Captain Ginyu. You know, he's the bad guy. He's not to be trusted. You know, there's something sinister about his character. So that's who's at number 11. Coming in at number 10 is Piccolo. Now, Piccolo is one of everybody's favorite Dragon Ball Z character. Now, the creator said that Piccolo's character took a life on its own, which is true. It did. When you hear his first theme song, it's very calm, very subtle. That's a character that's seeking redemption. But his second theme song, when we get to the Cell games and the Cell arc, Piccolo fuses with Kami, and when you get that song, it's like this is somebody that wants redemption. This is somebody that's not interested in being rich and famous. You know, he's not looking for friendship. He's looking for redemption. And the theme song kind of seeks that in his character. Like when you first hear the piano and you can feel there's this tragic feel that here's this good guy that was once upon a time a bad guy, but then he became one of the heroes, but he still struggles with the fact that what he really wants is redemption. Dun 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 dun. You know, it's been a while since I memorized his theme song. When you don't watch, you know, your favorite movies and TV shows for years, you forget how the song and the beat goes together. Coming in at number 10 is Future Trunks. Now, Future Trunks is by far the most popular anime character in all of pop culture. You know, he's the one guy that has the badass leather jacket, the bowsy cut, the samurai sword. Nowhere before in Dragon Ball they would ever take that many risks. Like when they did this was a risk. This was a make or break the television show Dragon Ball Z, and it worked. All of a sudden you saw guys putting on leather jackets, guys taking martial art classes, guys thinking they're Future Trunks, guys going to the gym to get buff because they saw Future Trunks. And Trunks, because he was such of a big deal at the time, that besides Goku and Vegeta being the only two characters that were heroes, they decided, what if we made a character from the future be a hero, and we made him a samurai, we made him a long ranger, but what if we make him a Super Saiyan that's from the future that time traveled? They had never done that before, and the concept worked. It was like Dragon Ball Z meets Terminator. You know, they took that concept of Terminator and they played it with the Cell story, and it worked so brilliantly because it was the Trunks arc, then the androids, then it was Cell. And his first theme song with the commercial is, to me, I think the best way they wanted to introduce his character. Like the way he would just appear on screen. You know, they show the boots, then they show you the jacket, the samurai sword, then he transforms, and then the way they did his song, it's like someone in the background is whispering to let you know this samurai Super Saiyan is coming to save the day. Like, you don't know who he is, but you know he's one of the good guys. Just by the look, you know he's a good guy, but you don't know that much about him. And the fact that he's not Goku, he's not Vegeta, and then you're trying to figure how is he Super Saiyan if he's not like the other characters. Trunks, dun 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 dun, Trunks, dun 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 dun. And the fact that he did it that way was to introduce his character. All right, coming in at number 8 is Broly. Now, depending on which version of Broly people like, the old Broly or the new Broly. I think if you take the old rock song from the late 1990s, early 2000s, Pantera 10s, and you put that with the new Broly theme song, you're going to get a new character. The rock song was fresh. This is when they started taking rock songs and started putting them in cartoons and anime. And it was to bring out his character. Like, you know he's a Super Saiyan. You know he's the legendary Super Saiyan. And the way they would break down the rock song lets you know it's just for his character. Doom, 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 my brand the barrel, my pharaoh, you can't destroy my body, come in slow. I mean, the way they did it is like one person is singing from a tragic point of view, while the other artist is coming from a perspective where you can kind of relate to the character Broly. Like, for years and years and years, you've always wanted to be the guy, and then finally you just show that you're the guy. And this song fits Broly's character, you know? So it wouldn't be fun if we didn't put Broly on this list. Alright, coming in at number 7 is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, this was like by far the greatest moment in Dragon Ball Z history for anyone that was a huge fan of the anime in the 1990s to 2000s. Like, what made this transformation so badass it was the way Goku did it. Like, okay, you're getting ready to fight Majin Buu, and the whole world wants to know, can this hero actually beat this guy, and can he go past his limits? Can he actually do it? Can he really do the impossible? It's like you went Super Saiyan, you went Super Saiyan 2, but can you really show? And the way he does the transformation is classic. You know, he starts off with, this is my base form. This is when I go Super Saiyan. This is someone who's past Ascended. Or you can just call this Super Saiyan 2. And this is to go even further beyond. Dun, 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 dun. And the fact that they show you a glimpse of Goku when he's a child, then when he's grown, and then you see the giant ape in the background, that was like a nice way to say, this is Super Saiyan 3, and they kind of tease Super Saiyan 4 in the middle of him transforming. And when you see the Super Saiyan transformation, then they switch from that beat to the beat when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2. Dun 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 dun. And it's like when you see the transformation, you're like, they actually did it. Like, they actually pulled it off, and the fact that he looks so intimidating. Like, they made Goku go from being this nice, wholesome, good superhero to he's got an edge. He's taken serious. He's still a good guy, but he's taken serious. Coming in at number 6 is Frieza. Now, to me, Frieza is like the Freddy Krueger of Dragon Ball Z. I mean, Frieza is. I mean, the sinister laugh, the way he comes off no emotion, no feelings. He's unpredictable, and the way that the music composer takes the computer and the piano and does his song, it's like This is what nightmares really is. Like when you talk about nightmares, this is what nightmares is. Frieza is that nightmare that you do not want to deal with. And the fact that every time he would transform, his theme song would change, which they had never done that before in anime history. Have a villain where every time he went to a new transformation, his theme song would change. It just lets you know how serious he was as a villain. Coming in at number 5 is Cell. It's one of my best friend's favorite supervillains in Dragon Ball Z. Now, Cell was like this creature that gave you the sense of feel that you know somebody's watching you, but when you turn around, you can't see someone, but they're there. And when he first popped up, it was like his theme song would have a nice little melanin beat. And then when he went to his perfect form, all of a sudden he had the rock beat, and it was like, oh snap, they really made a hardcore villain with a hard rock beat. It was like they were taking risks to make the show better. Dunna, dunna, doom, 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 dunna, dun, doom, 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 dunna, doom, doom, dunna, dunna, dun, 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 dun. It's like when you hear the rock beat, it's like what badass supervillain gets a hard rock beat before he just goes into battle and takes flight. It was like this was the villain you've been waiting for so many years in Dragon Ball Z, and it's like the music composer puts his passion into the characters. It's like you connect to these characters. The only place that would actually do that was WWE. I mean, you can't lie. If you watch wrestling, every time The Rock came out, you connected to The Rock because of his music. When Ultimate Warrior came out, you connected to Ultimate Warrior because of his music. When Undertaker came out, you connected to the music of The Undertaker because it's The Undertaker. And Cell kind of had that feel that every time he kept transforming, he kept getting a new song. And it was like they were making him the villain that just when you thought you figured Cell out, this is a villain that would mess with you psychologically. He would mess with your mind. That's what made that story different. Like, for the first time, the heroes got to fight a supervillain that will play mind games. Like, it wasn't just you just fight and you win. It was now you got to play mind games with a villain. And that put a psychological twist in the story. Coming in at number 4 is Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Now, to this very day, everyone agrees whether you like the anime, whether you hate Dragon Ball Z, because I've seen both. I've seen people who just love Dragon Ball Z. They like Dragon Ball Z, but they hate Dragon Ball Super. And then I actually went to high school and college with people who just hated Dragon Ball. They ain't never liked Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. They still hate it to this very day. But anytime they see a picture of Gohan, they will say that is the one time they saw somebody become the hero besides Goku, besides Vegeta. Like, for so long, people were complaining, we're tired of seeing Goku and Vegeta always the main character. When we gonna see someone else besides those two? And the answer to that question was Super Saiyan Gohan. But when he transformed into a Super Saiyan 2, it was like, if you wanted to make a song that would say he went from a boy to a man, that would be that song. And dun 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 dun. And when you see his muscles start to flex, you know, the muscles, the crease come in his chest, and you're like, oh shit, Gohan about to go off. And when Gohan makes that legendary ironic scream at Super Saiyan 2, it's like, okay, Cell messed up now. I mean, we will always remember Gohan at Super Saiyan 2. Okay, we know what happened to him later in Dragon Ball Z. He got weak, he got soft. But in that moment with fighting Cell at Super Saiyan 2, it was by far the best moment if you were an anime fan. Coming in at number 3 is Ultra Instinct Goku. Why number 3? Because the fact that they took a song that when Goku got serious, right? Ultra Instinct is like a nice way of saying, you're on the edge. It's either you put all you got into winning a basketball or a football game, or you lose. And Ultra Instinct gives you the feel that you should never give up no matter what it is, whether it's at work, at school, whether it's trying to accomplish something. And the way the theme song would come on, it's like once you hear the theme song, you want to go into the gym and be inspired to do something. Dun, 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 dun. It's like when you hear the Ultra theme song of Ultra Instinct, it's like you can imagine if Bruce Lee was alive today and you wanted to turn this into a movie, it would fit Bruce Lee because the way Goku looked, that's the way Bruce Lee looked. The way Goku would just come in for a punch, that's the way Bruce Lee did it. The way Goku tabbed on Jiren, Bruce Lee does it. And the fact that people took pictures of Goku and Bruce Lee and did the comparison, and every time someone bumps Ultra Instinct, the first thing they think of, who would do something like that? Bruce Lee, right? So that song gets us thinking about if he was here today, how he would actually do martial arts. It would be done in that fashion with that song. Coming in at number 2 is the Prince of All Saiyans, Vegeta. Now, for the Vegeta fanboys, they know why he's at number 2. He has 3 different theme songs, but the one song that defies who Vegeta is when you hear the bells in the background and you know battle is coming. Like, this wasn't just somebody that just wanted to be better than Goku. This was someone that when he went to battle, I'm taking the battle to you. Doom, 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 doom. And when you hear the bell, it's like you know that he's about to go all. Like when he goes Super Saiyan and you hear the theme song, it clearly shows you his character. I am the Prince of All Saiyans. Yes, I'm better than you. Yes, I'm cocky. And you got to be honest. As a man or as a woman, you got to be honest. There are moments where sometimes you think you're super cocky. You see Vegeta, and we have some of Vegeta in us, where we believe we can do it all and we don't want nobody's help. That clearly describes Vegeta, the heart that he has. Doesn't matter if he wins or lose, it's him putting his heart and soul into something. That's Vegeta. Coming in at number 1 is Goku's original theme song when he transformed into a Super Saiyan. To this very day, it's the first transformation that we think of. Now, I know in recent years, people say that the transformation of Super Saiyan's been throwaway. It used to be cool. Now it's lost its purpose because everybody keeps advancing to that transformation. But from when Goku first turned Super Saiyan and you saw Goku get angry, that was the first time we ever saw a character just lose it. Like, we all can relate. You're at work, you're at school, you're on the road, you're driving in your car, and somebody cuts you off, and they've been doing it to you for 5 weeks or 5 months. Everyone hits a breaking point. Everybody has good days and bad days, and his transformation is a clear metaphor and representation for when you push someone too far, this is what the result is. You know, Frieza was playing around, toying around with Goku, and out of nowhere, Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan. His transformation is a representation of what happens when you push any man or any woman too far. You know, at work, people get to their breaking point. When they're at school, when you're at home, you can get into an argument with your parents or grandparents. And some of us have that moment where we think we're Goku, where we just think of when he turns Super Saiyan. And you hear his theme song. Dun 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 dun. And you can hear and then of course they would make remakes to it. But the original transformation that Goku had, this clearly defies what happens when you can push any man, any woman to their breaking point. His first transformation is a prime example of that. And that's why this is picked at number 1. Now, this was a good video appreciation. Again, like I said, I don't expect everybody to like this video. I don't expect everybody to watch this video. I don't expect everybody to understand the purpose of this YouTube video. This was just in fun and entertainment. Until next time, peace.